Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Gina.
I'm Emily.
And today we're going to be filming a story time for you guys.
But on our channel, we're calling it Nana Tales. So this Nana Tales is going to be about the time that Gina passed out at my apartment.
Yeah, I passed out and I busted my face.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Pretty bad,
like,
yeah.
Kind of bad. Not like horrible, but
it looked worse than I think it was.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
we didn't know in the moment how bad it really was or how serious it was.
Yeah, because we didn't even know. None of us knew what happened.
Yeah, like we're all just like staring at each other like, what happened? Like, are you okay? So the story went a little something like this.
Let's backtrack. This was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And
Almost
it was
2 years
Oh yeah, almost 2 years ago, and it was around the time of Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Because, and I know specifically it happened on a Tuesday night because I work at a preschool, so we had our like Thanksgiving break. We had the Thursday, Friday off of that week, so Wednesday was gonna be our last day, and it happened the day before that. And so we're at their apartment,
just chilling.
we ate, we were watching TV,
I
super
think
chill.
we were watching a movie or something.
Yeah, super chill. And I started not to feel like, not bad, but just like weird kind of, like I would get
100%.
Yeah, like I would get random, like kind of like those, like black a little bit, but it wasn't. I don't know. I just didn't think it was a big deal.
Yeah.
I went to the bathroom.
She didn't
like,
say anything.
Yeah, I didn't say anything
Yeah.
because I wasn't tripping off it that much myself. And went to the bathroom and I was like, you know what? Like this is kind of weird. Like let me like not. So I told them that I didn't feel good. Like I was like, or no, I didn't tell him.
No,
I didn't tell him I didn't
She
feel
didn't
good.
say anything.
I was just like, oh, like let's go home. So he's like, okay, let's go. So we start getting up, and I remember specifically like giving you guys hugs, like thank you guys for the dinner.
Yeah, but this time it was different because her boyfriend was still putting his shoes on at the time. So normally, you know, like you'd wait and sit or just do whatever.
Yeah, like we always would walk out together.
Yeah. So she had already like gotten up and she had opened the door, and we're like, oh, like it was weird to us. Like it already had stood out to us.
I never would like walk out by myself.
Yeah, and so he was still putting his shoes on. He still had to like tie them and everything. So I'm just like watching her outside the door, and I'm like walking, you know, to go outside with her to like walk her out because I was like, oh, this is weird. Why is she going out by herself? And so then before we could do anything, we just seen her, or I seen her, because the angle of where our couch was, they couldn't see where outside the door was, so only I could see. So I literally just turned my head and I look and I see her walking, and she just goes right on her face, and I'm like, oh my god, like it instantly like scared me, and I was like, oh my god, is she okay? So we all like of course heard it, and we ran to her and we're like, what the heck?
Let's pause it right there. So for me, I swore when I walked out, I swore that my boyfriend was behind me. Like I thought in my head he was he was with me next to me.
Like her scenario.
Yeah. In my head he was next to me. So I remember going towards the door and unlocking it. I specifically remember that was the last thing I remember is unlocking the door. I don't remember like actually opening it. I don't remember walking, even stepping outside, like none of that. It stopped at me unlocking the door, and then cut to me like waking up on the floor.
Right.
And all I could hear is my boyfriend's like, he's like, Gina, like what happened?
Yeah.
Because it was so random. It was
none of us knew it was
like
gonna happen.
I've never passed out like that before. Like so it was just. I don't know, it never happened before.
It was so crazy, and it happened so quickly that it was like we were still trying to catch up.
Yeah, because no one knew I even was feeling weird at all.
Yeah, because she didn't say like anything or like mention or anything.
Yeah.
And we all were just fine, you know, eating and whatever. So
yeah. And so I wake up, and you guys helped me up. I think you went to get ice or something like that, because as soon as I stood up, all I could hear.
I went to get like a cold washcloth.
Something, yeah, right. Something. So I'm getting up, and all I hear is my boyfriend. He's like you're like, fuck, you're gonna need stitches.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're gonna need stitches, and I was just like, is it bad? Is it ugly? And like
she was more worried about like how the cut looked like.
Yeah, what it looked like, because I obviously couldn't see it, and I never at any point went to look in the mirror, because it was just like, okay, let's take her to the hospital, because I was gonna need stitches.
We just brought you to the sink, and we were just cleaning it out a little bit, or like wetting it, just trying to get like the blood out, because she did bleed quite a bit, and like she fell on concrete, so there was like, you know, dirt and little stuff on your eyes, so we wanted to clean it first. So we brought you to the kitchen sink, and we were just wetting it.
Oh wow, I actually don't remember that part.
Yeah, so we were just wetting it, and then it's funny, but it's not. There was like actual like blood little spots on the wall.
Oh my god!
And so when we got home, I was like, oh no, my
Oh, so
god.
how did it go on the wall?
I'm not sure, like,
Oh my
if we
God.
like touched.
Ew.
I have no idea. It was
Uh-huh.
like I said, it was happening so quickly that I don't know. Like things just one thing
It was
led
so
to
fast,
the next.
yeah.
So after that, we just put a towel on it, and then that's when we walked you out.
We walked out to their
And-
car.
Mhm.
We drove to the hospital. My
Called your
boyfriend called my parents.
Yeah.
And at the time we were still living with them too, so they were really close also.
Yeah.
Like we all lived really close to each other. So
Yeah.
they met us
Thankfully.
there pretty. I know. So they met us there pretty quickly too, like almost right after we got there.
Mhm.
And when I got out of the car, and I was like, "Thank you so much to
And
them."
she literally acted like we were Uber or something. Like she's like, "Oh, thank you so much," and she just gets out the car like she's going to like
Like
the
they just
movies
dropped
or
me off on a
something.
date. Like
Yeah, like it was the weirdest thing, and I remember telling my boyfriend like, that was weird. Like, why did she say it like
And
that?
I remember that. I remember getting out and saying that because I was thinking like, wow, that's really nice. Like they drove me, you know.
Of course we
we had our own car. Like we
Yeah.
we drove to their apartment, so we had a car, but they drove us to the hospital.
Yeah.
So like I was like, thank you so much. Like, and like I don't know, it came out like really happy, but I was more coherent. Like at that point, I remember everything after
Yeah.
that. But in the beginning, like it was kind of like here and there, and then we get to the hospital. They take my BP and it was super low.
Mhm.
I guess I don't remember the number, but low enough to where they're like, okay, like you have to stay in a wheelchair. And all I remember
Oh.
thinking was like,
I didn't know that.
this is hella embarrassing. I'm like, fuck. I was like, I just passed out, like bled all over the front of their apartment. Like I was like, and now I have to stay in a wheelchair. I was like, dang, like this is really embarrassing.
Yeah.
So I could feel this side of my face. It just felt like strong, like stinging,
Mhm.
but it didn't really hurt.
Okay.
Because I mean, at no point did the pain of it make me cry. Like I
Yeah.
never cried. It was
She toughed it out.
It didn't
for
hurt
real.
like that. Like it didn't hurt like that. I could just feel that something happened.
Yeah.
You know. And so, but I didn't look at it purposely. Also, because I was like, maybe I don't want to look at it. Like
Yeah.
maybe then it'll make it hurt more, just like a mind game.
Psychologically.
Yeah.
It looked really, really bad
Yeah.
afterwards.
I think the only time I did cry, like not like sob or anything, but like I was so scared
Yeah.
that to get the needle in, because they have to put the stitches, they have to put a needle to numb it.
Right.
And
The
so,
area,
yeah, they put it inside of the cut, like directly inside. And I'm not bad with needles or nothing like that, but I'm anything close to, like anything related to eyes,
Yeah.
like eyes, nails,
It's
all that stuff.
sensitive.
Yeah, it's like I hate it, and it was close to my eye.
Mhm.
So like that one, I got really nervous about being back there. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna have to get that needle straight inside of it. Like I got really scared. Oh, and what they said it was due to was dehydration.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I didn't. I had been drinking water, maybe not as much as I normally was, but that day.
Mhm.
But I had drank some water. I don't know why that happened, but
It was really scary.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because no
I
one
thought
knew
she
what
had
happened.
a concussion or something. I was
Oh yeah,
so
I
scared.
bruised my bone, my cheekbone.
Yeah.
I had a bump there for like at least a month and a half afterwards. It took it to finally go down, and it hurt. Like that part, it was noticeable dent. Like you
Yeah.
could see the dip in my cheekbone, but it nothing broke, nothing like.
Thank God.
Yeah, no concussion, nothing like that. So it was good. Like best case scenario. Best case scenario actually, because I didn't hit my nose,
Right.
I didn't hit my teeth, I didn't hit my
chip
chin.
in- yeah.
Like nothing, and I felt like pretty much
Like
face
this
first.
way, yeah.
But I did scrape off a good chunk of my eyebrow too.
For
Like
a
I'm
little while,
so
yeah.
glad it grew back.
Right.
Thank God. But
And they're like
It's-
pretty even too.
but
You
I
got
scraped
lucky.
for a cool minute. I was going to work with like a chunk of my eyebrow gone. So yeah, that was the time that I passed out.
It was very eventful. I'll probably never forget it.
Very memorable.
Yes, very
Yeah.
memorable. I'll
For
never
sure.
forget it.
Good story now.
Yeah, we get to tell it, and
'Cause I
now we
have all
can
my
kind of
teeth.
joke about it. Yeah, thank God.
Honestly, we were joking about it the same night. That's kind of like,
How we are.
yeah, how we are. It just kind of, you know, you make light of it.
Mhm.
And I was fine, so.
Thank
But yeah,
God.
it's kind of just like a fun story to tell that like we experienced together.
Right, it was just more now to us it's more like crazy than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Stay tuned for our next video
So we can bring good vibes to your lives.
I'm fine. I'm not bossy, I'm the boss. You know I can set it off, but I'd rather use my heart when I put my faith in God. Nothing bothers me.